All right. So at a normal job, this whole like financial freedom thing, at a normal job, there's only so much money you can make because you only get paid for your time. Correct? How many of you guys feel that? You get paid for your time and your time only. They're not gonna pay you if you take the year off and that Timmy over there, your coworker worked, so I'm still gonna pay Kelly. It's not how it works. You have to show up and work. You trade time for money. So you're capped on what you can earn because you only have so many hours in the day that you can work. They're only gonna pay you for 40 hours a week, and there's so many hours in a week that you can only work 40, 50, 60 hours a week. So you're capped on what you can earn because you're trading hours for dollars, and you only have so many hours. With this, you don't get paid, you don't trade hours for dollars. You invest your time up front and you start to build a team and you help them have success. And then you earn dollars based on the efforts of the entire team. So it's not your hours you're getting paid for. You're getting paid for the hours of the entire team of coaches that you help start to create. You guys understand that? You guys get how cool that is? It's so different than constantly trading your hours for dollars. If you're going to trade hours for dollars, the rest of your life, you're going to be working a lot of hours and you're going to be capped on what you can earn. This allows you to not be capped on what you can earn. There's no cap on what you can earn because it's not based on your hours. It's based on the hours of as big as your team gets. And your teams are only going to continue to grow and grow and grow as long as you continue to stay with this thing. And so your income is going to continue to grow, way beyond what I ever could have earned as a CPA. That's financial freedom to me. There's time freedom. At a normal job, because you have to work, right? So you are capped on how much time you have to do the things you want to do outside of work, right? You guys are capped, right? You guys feel that you only have so much free time to go on vacation and do the things you want to do and volunteer and travel and all those things, right? With this opportunity, because you build a team and you get paid around the clock, you don't have to constantly be trading your time anymore. So you have more free time down the road to do the things you want to do, to travel, to spend more time with family, because you're not stuck at a job. That's what I call time freedom. And then a big one for me, I don't know how about you guys, but location freedom was such a huge one for me. With this thing, you're not stuck anywhere. You can take this thing anywhere you want to go. You could go, if you have kids and you want your kids to learn Italian, you don't have to buy Rosetta Stone. You can go to Italy and live in Italy for 6 months and let your kids learn Italian that way and work your business while you're there. That to me is location freedom. And then there's stress freedom too. Stress of having debt, stress of having a boss that's not always the coolest person. Stress of not being able to spend as much time as you want with your family. This thing for me was such a peace of mind thing right from the beginning. Even before I made it a big time, huge income thing, for me it was just a peace of mind thing that if my car broke down or if something needed to be fixed, I had this little monopoly money on the side that I could use. That gave me peace of mind. That to me was freedom. I didn't have financial freedom yet. I didn't have location freedom. I didn't have time freedom yet, but I had that freedom from stress, from that little extra like burden of student loans, credit card debt. I started to get rid of that extra weight I was carrying around. That to me was the coolest freedom before the financial and the time freedom and the location freedom came. Not to mention the fact that we're surrounded by so many other people that are doing personal development, reading good books, super optimistic. You start surrounding yourself with positive people, you're going to become a more positive person. That to me was freedom from anxiety, freedom from all that crap. Sometimes that's the best freedom you need. That's the first freedom you get. And then you start to work towards the other freedom, the time freedom, the financial freedom, the location freedom. Why don't you guys in the comments, in the chat here, just share like what your why is, what your little why is. Maybe it's just you want to be able to afford the softer Charmin toilet paper to wipe your ass with. Or maybe it's you want to be able to go to Italy for 6 months. Why don't you share in the comments what it is for you that's going to get you to show up on the days that you don't think you have time for this thing? What's going to make you make time when you don't have time? What is it for you? Obviously, you got to love to help people. If you don't love to help people, this isn't going to be a good fit for you. But there's got to be something that's personal to you and your future or your family's future that's going to get you to show up on the days you don't feel like helping people, because there's going to be days you just don't feel like showing up for others. So there's got to be something that's really going to get you to show up every day and make time on those days that you don't feel like you really have it. It's going to get you to not turn on the television. Awesome. I love these things. Great. Okay. I'm going to go back to this little slideshow. I'm going to get off the soapbox for a second. So I'm going to teach you how this residual income piece of it works. You guys understand there's two ways you earn in this business. Anytime someone comes up to me, especially if it's a dude, he's like, dude, I don't want to hear your story. Like, how do you make money? I'm like, it's easy, dude. There's two ways you earn money in this business. Two ways you build an income with this. One, get customers, help them have success. You get retail commission from that. 25% commission, up to 40% depending on the product. Pretty simple. The second way is you start to help other people see what this thing is. You help them sign up as a coach. And Beachbody thanks you for doing that by giving you a team bonus based on how successful those coaches are. So I'm going to show you what that team bonus, what helping other coaches have success will turn into. I'll show you what we call team volume is. Team volume is just the volume of product that's being bought and sold by your team. That's team volume. It's just product being sold by your team. And the product being sold by your team is helping a lot of people at the same time, which is such a cool part of this whole thing. So I'm going to share my screen here. So here's how you get to Emerald. Here's how you open up your bank account, your residual income right here. What is team cycling? So here's how this thing works. Every coach has a left leg and a right leg. So you have what an LV stands for your left leg team volume, and RV stands for your right leg's team volume. So all the coaches that are in your right leg, every time they buy or sell something, that contributes to your right leg team volume, RV. Every time a coach in your left leg buys or sells something, that is contributing to your left leg team volume, your LV. Every time you get 200 volume points accumulated in your one leg, your stronger leg, and 100 in your weaker leg, Beachbody is going to pay you a team cycle bonus. So 200 from your strong leg, 100 from your weak leg, you get a team cycle bonus every time that happens. Does that make sense? Cool. So I'm going to show you how that starts to add up. Those little team cycle bonuses as an Emerald are $14. When you get to Diamond rank, they are $18. Doesn't sound like a lot, but I'm going to show you what it really can turn into. So you guys can help me with this thing. If a coach has 1,000 team volume points on their right leg and 500 team volume points on their left leg, let's calculate what their team bonus would be for that week. So 1,000, they're going to pull 200 from the right leg. So how many times does 200 go into 1,000? Where's the math people? 5 times, right? How many times does 100 go into 500? 5 times, right? So if you got 5 cycles that week, 5 times $14, you made $70 that week in team cycle bonuses. It's not going to let you quit your job or anything, but that's an extra $70 that isn't from your effort. That's from the efforts of the team. When I started getting an extra $70 a week just from the team bonus, I was like, this is monopoly money. Like, I can do whatever I want with this stuff. If I want to get the steak instead of the burger, I'm going to do it. If I want to buy a pair of sneakers at the mall that I like, I'm going to do it. Again, freedom, peace of mind, like that was freedom to me. Okay. So let's say now you get up to 10,000 volume points. Your team's growing. Like, this volume isn't just accumulating from your coaches. If you sign a coach and that coach signs a coach, that's part of your volume. Let's say you sign a coach, you place them in your right leg. If that coach signs a coach, that's also in your right leg. If that coach signs a coach, that's also in your right leg, and so on and so forth forever and ever. And everything that those coaches buy and sell is what turns into your right leg team volume. And you can see how that really has a ripple effect and just grows like crazy. So let's say you get to the point where now you got 10,000 volume points on your right leg a week, and you got 5,000 on your left leg for the week. So 5,000 divided by 100, because that weak leg, you need 100 every time. You're going to be able to cycle 50 times. And let's say you're a diamond at this point, so you get $18 per cycle. You made $900 in that week just from your team bonus, not from customer commission. Like, that's an addition to your customer commission. This is just from the efforts of the coaches that are in your right and left leg. That's your residual income. So now it's not just that peace of mind freedom. Now you're starting to get, okay, this is starting to turn into a little bit of like, eventually could be financial freedom, time freedom, location freedom, all that really cool stuff. And then if you get to 20,000 on your strong leg, and this could be different, like your left leg could be stronger than your right leg. But for this example, you got 20,000 on one and 10,000 on the other, that's twice as much. So now you're looking at almost $2,000 a week in team cycle bonus. You guys think you would be cool with making $2,000 a week just from your residual team cycle bonus? Is that cool with everybody? And this is not like something that's like a guaranteed thing. This is like the disclaimer that we got to tell people is that this is based on each individual coach's effort and skill and diligence and how hard they want to work. But it's not rocket science. It's about getting yourself to Emerald and then helping your coaches get to Emerald and creating what we call an Emerald factory. And you're in business for yourself, but you're not in business by yourself. So when you get people that are interested in this business that want to become a coach or want to hear about it, you can plug them into these weekly Emerald calls that we do just like this. And instead of you having all the burden of having to train them, they get to be trained by some of the top coaches on the team. And you start to create an Emerald factory, and your team volume and your team bonuses just continue to grow. Sound cool? Cool. All right. I'll show you mine if it's still here. It's probably not going to let me. I might have to, let's see. So in your Coach Online office, if you go to Monitor My Business and you go to Team Volume, chugga. All right, so I'm in my Coach Online office. I go to Monitor My Business. I go to Under Compensation. I go to Team Volume. And it's Tuesday, so this is going to show me my team volume as of today. So here's my left leg. Here's my right leg. So if you get to, so 24,880 on one leg, 87,130. So what's 24,880 divided by what? Who knows the answer? What do I divide this by? This is my weak leg. So I divide it by 100 points, because every 100 points in your weak leg is what you need. So divide that by 100. Whoops. So divided by 100, I'm going to be able to cycle in my first business center. I'm going to be able to cycle 248-ish times, and I get $18 per cycle this week. So far this week in team bonuses, just in my first business center, I've earned $4,478. And with my second, and I'll talk about that, like you start to rank advance to 2-star diamond, you get to open up other business centers. I have 3 business centers that the team bonuses combined in all 3 is like, and this week right now is at like 7,000. That is just, I mean, it's insane. Like that to me is like, it's not even a number I can still even comprehend. It's definitely not anything I could comprehend when I was working as a full-time accountant. So you can see what this thing, what the potential with this thing is. All right, I'm going to go back to this. Okay, so here's like what I kind of talked about in the beginning, which is the first step in this whole thing as a new coach to get to Emerald. and not only get to Emerald, but to increase what you can earn in this business. This is like the best thing you could do is what you do is it's called signing up a controlled business center. This could be a spouse. It could be a family member. It could be somebody who's cool with you signing them up and letting you keep the money that account is going to make. So I talked about the left and right leg. Let's say that this star is Craig because he's right in front of me. And let's say Craig signs up this yellow coach, his mom. And then everybody that's underneath Craig here and underneath, let's say this is Sally, the yellow person here. Everybody under Sally, this person here, this person here, this person here, this person here, everything that they buy and sell, Sally's going to earn income from that, and so is Craig. So if you sign up a spouse right here, you're going to earn double. Everything under here is going to help your spouse earn their team bonus, and it's going to help you earn your team bonus. It's the first thing you want to do is find somebody that's going to allow you to use their business center as a business and allow you to earn income from that business center. So if you have a spouse, that's great. If you have a mom or a sister, that's great too. So I signed up my sister, and she didn't want to work the business. She was like, I have no interest in this. I was like, cool, I'm going to use your business center as my controlled business center. And that way I'm going to earn double the income. She ended up a couple years later wanting to work the business. So it kind of backfired on me a little. But it's the best. It's the best thing you can do. When I signed up my second business center, I started earning the income started coming in double as fast because everything that was happening under my second, I was earning double dipping. My second was earning team bonus and my first. So that's the first thing you want to do is ask your coach that you signed up with, be like, what leg do I want to put my controlled business center on? Because your upline is going to start putting coaches under one leg. So like, let's say, I'm up here and Craig's right here. Then I put coaches down the right leg because Craig and I share a right leg now. He's going to want to put his controlled business center in his weak leg, his other leg, to help him build that other side, the leg that I'm not going to help him with. So you can ask your coach, hey, which leg's my weak leg? What leg should I put my controlled business center in so I can start double dipping and start putting coaches under my controlled business center so that my controlled business center and I start earning double. Sound good? Cool. Okay, so now we're going to go into the action plan. So step number 1. So here's the thing. First, before I do that, go ahead and comment. If you're not an Emerald yet, go ahead and comment. If you're going to get to Emerald by the end of this month, comment in the chat. Just say me. Go ahead. You got this. So here's your action plan to do that. Number 1, sign up a controlled business center. You sign up a controlled business center with a challenge pack. Not only do you have an active coach now, you also have 2 Success Club points, and you're on your way to Success Club as well. So you want to get to Success Club this month and Emerald by the end of the month. Not to mention we have a really cool push to summit, like a summit dash group starting in April, that in order to get into that with some of the top 10 coaches in the whole company, you have to be an Emerald on March 28th and hit Success Club by the end of the month too. So action plan number 1, get your controlled business center signed up with a challenge pack preferably. But if you don't want to do that and get the successful points, you can sign them up for $40 and get the energized tub and the packets for $50 total, so about $90. And you don't get the successful points for that, but you'll have an active coach as your controlled business center. Okay, so step 2, make a warm market hot list. So make a list of 20 to 30 people. 20 to 30 people that you think would crush this business. First person I asked was my mom. So, but make your list of 20 to 30 people that either you think would crush this business, maybe you just think they would benefit from it, like benefit from the products. You think they get healthier, which is everybody. So that's 20 to 30 people that either you think would crush it or benefit or both. Or people that you think would just want to help you. Like if you opened up a restaurant, who of your friends would want to help you and come on opening night and buy a bunch of food and drinks to help you launch your opening night of your restaurant? Who are those people for you? So that's how you start to kind of think of your 20 to 30 hot list, the people that you would love to work with the most, that you know would crush this thing, that you know would benefit from using Shakeology in the workouts, or that you just know would want to help you because this is a legit real business. This isn't like, when I treated this business like a hobby, I got hobby income. When I treated this business like $1 million business, I turned it into $1 million business. Like, this business is what you want it to be. The problem is you don't pay a lot of money to start, so you don't treat it like $1 million business because it's so cheap to get in. So it's easy to quit too because you're like, I didn't really lose anything. But if you treat this thing like $1 million business, other people around you will treat it like $1 million business too. As soon as I started treating this business like $1 million business, my friends and my family, they started treating it like $1 million business too. You got to treat this thing like what it really is, even though it doesn't cost a lot of money to do it. Cool? Because you guys know this thing's $1 million business, right? You can turn this thing into earning $1 million with it, or even $1 million a year with this thing, if you get that ripple effect going and you start to create that emerald factory. But you got to treat it like that. Otherwise, the people around you aren't going to treat it like that. They're going to look at it as some like hobby thing or some weird thing that you're just doing as like a little hobby side thing. When you understand how the team bonus works and the residual income works, you understand that this really is $1 million business, and you act like that, and everyone else around you feels that, and they start to act like that too. And if they don't, then just make the million without them, and then they'll get you. Then they'll get on board. Cool. So that's the number 2. Number 3, reach out to those people. So you make your list. Now reach out to them and just be yourself. I was just myself with my mom. I was like, hey mom, like, I'm doing this cool business thing. I need 2 people to launch my business. I need 2 people to help me become eligible for the income. I need 2 people to help me become eligible for the customer lead program. I'd love it if you were one of those people. No pressure, but it would help me out a lot. And I really think you would love Shakeology. I think you would really benefit from it, and you'll get it at a discount. So I'll help you get the discount, and you'll help me launch my business. And I would appreciate that, like, to the moon and back. That's all I said to her. And then I pulled out my computer before she could answer and made her sign up right then. Right? So just be yourself. Like, reach out to them and tell them how much this means to you. Like, they got to feel that. They got to feel it. Otherwise, they're not going to, if you don't feel it, they're not going to feel it. Number 4, be the coach you crave. Think about the coach you want on your team. How often are the coaches, like, how the ideal coach on your team, how often are they making their list? How often are they are they signing up a Controlled Business Center like the day you tell them to, or are they gonna not? Are they gonna get to Emerald in a day or in a year? The ideal coach you want on your team, are they gonna show up on team calls and these Emerald calls every week, or just kind of when they feel like it? Are they going to invite and reach out to the people in their warm market and on social media when they feel like it? Or are they going to be afraid to do it? Are they going to believe in what this thing really is and just do it? Think of who you want your ideal coach to be, what kind of characteristics, what kind of habits they have, what kind of behaviors they have. And then if you want to attract that kind of coach, you have to be that kind of coach. So you got to be the coach that you crave. Be the coach that you really want on your team. That's how you attract. When I was just treating this thing like a hobby, I was attracting people that treated this thing like a hobby. When I started treating this thing like a $1 million business, I started attracting people that treated this thing like $1 million business. So you got to become the coach that you crave, and then you'll attract that coach. And then 5th, you just got to believe it. You got to know it in your gut. Like, one of the things one of my mentors told me was, when you find 5 leaders in this business, you find 5 people that believe in this as much as you're going to create anything that you put on your vision board. You don't need to sign 1 million coaches. You just need 5 great leaders, 5 great people that believe in this thing as much as you. But you're not going to find them unless you believe in it too. And to be honest, like, you don't even need 5. You need like 2 or 3. 2 or 3 great ones. 2 or 3 people that really just get it, that are just good people, that are down to earth, that aren't afraid to talk to people and invite people because they believe in the products. because these products work. Find those 2 or 3 people that really not only believe in the products, but believe in what this business does, that want and crave the financial freedom, the time freedom, the peace of mind freedom, the anxiety freedom, the location freedom. Those people that believe in that so much that they want to share that with other people, and they start to build a team of their own. Find 2 or 3 people like that, game over. This thing just takes off. You got to just know that in your gut, it's inevitable. You're going to find those people because you're never going to quit. Because this is like something that is making you feel like a better version of yourself. These workouts, Shakeology, the nutrition, the books, the people, like this makes you feel like a better version of yourself. So why would you ever stop doing this? And the more you show up, the more you do that, the more people feel that, and the more they start to get on board with you. You got to understand that this isn't about being a hunter. This is about being a farmer. Hunters go out, they expect to bring something home that same day. Farmers go out and they plant seeds. They don't expect to bring home anything that day. They go out and they plant seeds. They go out and they plant seeds. They go out and they plant seeds. They keep planting, they keep planting, they keep planting. They know a lot of those seeds aren't going to grow into anything, but if they plant enough, they know that some will. And they water those plants every day by showing up and doing their own workouts every day, by sharing on social media every day, by talking to people, inviting, sharing what they're doing. That's how they water those seeds. They're constantly planting seeds and watering those seeds. That's why farmers are really good at this business, honestly. It's also a great reason that teachers are great at this business too. Salespeople versus teachers. I'll take teachers over salespeople in this business every day of the week, twice on Sunday. Because a salesperson is going to sell somebody something, and then they're going to move on to the next person. A teacher is going to invest in people. They're going to mentor people, and they're going to be the ones that find those 2 or 3 people that turn into the leaders. Whereas the salespeople might sign up more coaches and more people, but they're not really talking to them and mentoring them and teaching them. So they never really get this thing growing. All right.